Hey gang, Mocha Boy here, welcome back, and thanks for tuning back in. So we're on the tail end of this war with level 5, another very, very good clan. We've been going tit for tat with 3 stars across the board, and this one's going to be a very close war towards the end. Unfortunately, I couldn't contribute as much as I wanted to. I pulled in a donut on their number 1, and a 1 star on their number 2, on what should have been a very easy attack, but actually, you know what? Let me show you this, and just so you can appreciate exactly how much 3 seconds makes a difference in these styles of attacks. I think OneHive had just posted a TH10 attacker hitting this base with an attack, and I grabbed the URL and I said, you know what? Let me give it a shot. And unfortunately, well, hang on. Let me. So this is the base, and it's not exactly the same base that that OneHive attacker hit, but the general gist of this base was to send in your team this way, drop a jump there, and then have them run directly into that first inferno, clear out all of this to give the AQ a clean shot at the town hall. Now the way that you make this work is this, and this is where I messed up. You have to take out this building, this defense, that defense, that defense, all before this golem and giant train gets to this point. Because if these defenses are still up, then these guys, instead of moving this way, move this way, and that's exactly what 3 seconds can do. When executing this raid. So let me just show you how this all went down. First thing I'm going to do is open up this pocket here, just 1 distraction giant to take those point defenses, and then I just dump everything into this corner, and then along with just a couple of blocker giants. The giants are going to soak up those inferno beams, and then here come my heroes. Now here come the hogs. And for reasons that I still can't quite make out, those hogs were not able to take out. Oh, that's what it was. It was this Expo. So that Expo burned down that group of hogs before they could take out that air defense. And then there go the giants. As soon as those giants key in on that mortar, this is pretty much over. And you're talking about something like the span of 5 seconds. Or the span of like 2 or 3 seconds decided that pathing for this attack. They start to go off in that corner, away from the interior of the base, and then that leaves the Archer Queen pretty much exposed to whatever was left in that part of the base. So that was pretty unfortunate. That didn't quite work out the way that I had hoped. Everything else pretty much worked out the way it was supposed to, except for that. So that was pretty frustrating. But what a difference 3 or 4 seconds makes, or 2 or 3 hogs can make. Anyway, Mix always has a way of cleaning up my messes, and actually he cleaned up one of his attacks on this base. So. First thing about this base that we noticed, and should be pretty obvious, is that all of the air defenses were on the exterior of the base. So that's a big red flag when we're going through the assessment phase. And what he came at this base with was a really complex composition that had to do with AQ healer, AQ5 healer approach, along with golems and wizards to take out this entire core. And then obviously as all of those air defenses go down with ground troops, that leaves the base pretty much free. That leaves your troops pretty much free to roam the base with healer support running throughout the entire base. And it was really interesting to see this all work out. Obviously, as far as war bases are concerned, this is not something that we would ever run. But four ADs easily accessible by an AQ healer walk was just crazy. So this was actually the second hit on this base. The first one was a La Lune attempt, which just didn't work out because there was just too much junk in the core, and they took out all the loons. So he went in with ground forces this time, just to make sure that all those air defenses went down. And he was just able to wreck this base once those air defenses went down. But with those golems, and then these extra giants, the giants are fantastic for, number one, the DPS that they bring, but then also for the fact their longevity. They have so many hit points that they can soak up those inferno beams pretty well. And that saves your DPS, the wizards and all of your other DPS support coming in behind them. So with the kill team coming into the core of the base, he still has not popped his ability, and this is one of those crazy things. It's just, but there wasn't a lot of point defense support in the core. All it was just that one Inferno that had locked on to both of them. But as soon as that rage goes down, the healers get raged and heal everything back up to full. Now you're talking about 2 golems, each with 6,000 hit points. And then another 2,500 hit points in golemites. It's 12. It's just crazy. 15,000 hit points is just nuts. And there's tons and tons of hit points left for these troops to go in and roll the rest of the base. And it's at this point it's just the golems and the heroes with the AQ support. But it's the AQ doing all the work and everybody else just running blocking assignments for them. But with all of the air defenses down, you have pretty much an uninterrupted run throughout the rest of the base with the healers healing back up the tanks as well as the DPS to clean this up for a 3-star. So absolutely crazy attack, and very cool to see that 3-star on a defensively maxed base from one of our guys. So thanks.